Well, today we're starting a new project, and the new project is showing up through the dock door here. Everybody keeps asking me if he's gonna make that into a garage door or not so we can get in and out of this front room. Answer is no, and this is one of the reasons why. We're actually getting a delivery today on a semi, so we're gonna unload this big crate here in a second and get to show you guys what our new project is gonna be. Well, you guys got any guesses on what it is yet? I wouldn't have any guesses yet if I didn't already know. Well, Connor, you ready to start digging in here?
Yes.
We need some wire cutters. Some tin snips or something. Well, now you're getting an idea of what it is. Well, this is Troy. This is Troy's Jeep that we're going to be building, and I thought we would maybe go ahead and talk a little bit here about what it is that we're going to be making out of this thing and what our end goals are. So, any idea exactly where our end goal should be? I mean, is general speaking? I mean,
As long as it's pretty close to sitting on the ground where it is right now, with it finished, I mean, that's
bagged and laid out.
yeah. And then
Motor and tranny wise,
I think I've settled on a Hemi.
a Hemi?
Yeah.
Okay.
And probably go with the automatic.
Okay. A newer Hemi or an older Hemi?
Newer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuel injected and all that?
Certainly, yeah.
Okay. We talked about stretching it.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to stretch it so
Just so it's more comfortable.
the guy can actually, drive it around.
Sure.
Yep. Otherwise, you got to sit up there like you're in a choir class and
Right.
yeah.
And then I do like the idea of trying to get a removable hardtop
Okay.
for it, and potentially some roll protection.
Okay. So some cage work or whatever. Wheels and tires.
I'm thinking 31s, just be a good rich.
Okay.
All terrains,
Hanging outside the body.
definitely, yeah.
Now, unlike the other Jeep that we did kind of a spotted in sheet metal type of deal or something like that. You game for something like that on this too, or?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the bead-roll and work that we do.
Yeah.
Stuff.
We could bead roll all kinds of different stuff in there or whatever. And
I like the bare metal, clear coated, honestly.
bare metal and clear coated.
With maybe a little bit of, some stain or something kind of.
Some aging to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Seats?
Seats, yeah. What do you think about seats?
I've seen online a couple of, just bomber seats that have like a saddle leather, like a real nice heavier leathers. I kind of like that.
Okay.
I don't think that it's probably possible to do a bench because of the
No,
section.
we're gonna have a big tunnel through there, I'm sure, if we're going all the way to the ground, so.
So it is what it is.
Yeah. Were you chopping down the windshield frame?
Probably a little bit.
Play that one by ear maybe a little bit?
I like that, the hard top to kind of have a little bit of a rake to it,
Okay.
you know?
Evil eye look kind of going on maybe
yeah.
or something, yeah. We do have the grill shell and everything, so put the grill shell out there, but no hood, leave everything exposed on the motor. Okay.
I've got my eye on some really cool yellow LED headlights. I
Sweet.
think it would really make it look kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, got any ideas on any dash or anything
Or
like
the
that?
steering wheel or shifter.
Probably more of like a, you know, kind of an ivory antique style looking gauges.
Okay. Some vintage looking stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want an actual steering column in there with turn signals and stuff, or are you thinking more like a race shaft with detachable steering wheel and?
That'd be kind of cool. I'd like a pintle hook on the back.
Okay.
For looks, you know.
Hook the army trailer behind it. Go. Well, sweet. That gives us a lot of ideas on where we're heading with this thing, I think. I think it's gonna be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Should make a hell of a burnout machine.
Right. And not everybody has one, you know.
Right?
I guess that's kind of my theory. I've had Jeeps my whole life, and I've never had a hot rod. Now I'll have a hot rod and a Jeep.
There you go.
There you
Best
go.
of both worlds.
So what, I guess when, like, wheels and tires and stuff like that, you just want to have me start buying it and sending it to you?
Yeah, so we're gonna need wheels and tires pretty quick to be able to do the chassis and everything, because we won't know where to build everything without it. So, yeah.
Okay, I can get those ordered and sent out next week.
Okay.
Is there
And then-
anything else that I need to get?
I don't.
You need that engine?
I'm gonna need the engine because I don't have anything, any of those laying around to mock up with.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll need that fairly soon as well. If you just said any GM stuff, I have all of that laying around, and I could use something I've already got to mock up with, but I don't have any Hemi stuff, so.
Okay.
So while Troy was here, he went ahead and dropped off this rear end. This is a custom Dana 60, and this is a Curry deal. You can see the tag right there. You guys might be looking at this going, what is that all about? Well, if you're not into rock climbing and stuff, you've probably never seen anything like that before, but this is a custom housing that actually allows the center section here to be rotated up, and then that keeps that diff cover up off the rocks. There's also a skid plate kind of built into the bottom of it down here, and that keeps everything from getting all tore up there as well. This thing's also a high pinion. We've got all the brackets and stuff on here to be able to put this thing out underneath a Jeep, but this is not the kind of Jeep that it's going to go underneath normally, so we're going to have to do some adapting on that to make that work. We've also got this pretty badass drive shaft that he sent and dropped off with it too here. So this thing's a nice unit right here as well. I don't know how much of that we'll be able to use. We'll definitely have to at least cut it down to make it shorter if nothing else, but a couple of nice pieces there to work with. So these are the tires I decided to go with. These are an Interco. They are a Interco M16 31 1050 17. So pretty good looking tire. They're a real aggressive looking tire. They've got all this stuff going on the sidewalls here, and then in between on the treads, they have these little M16 rounds, which are pretty cool. Gives this thing a super aggressive look, and it's going to look awesome on there. It looks huge because the body's all the way down, and they're going to continue to look huge because that's the goal. We're going to try to keep the body all the way down to the ground. Once we get this stretched out right here and move forward, it won't look nearly as weird as what it does right now, but yeah, it's still going to look like that pretty much. So we don't have any of the other parts and pieces that we can really work on this thing with right now. So I think what we're going to do to get started is we're just going to take and cut this thing right here in the middle. We're going to add 10 inches in there and get this thing set for when we're ready to start building a chassis. First step of being able to do that, though, is we're going to have to take that box that's got to go out. So we'll get rid of that thing and then go ahead and get this thing cut in half.
Hey guys, real quick before I go, I wanted to show you guys this. I went down to a car show at Wilburton, Oklahoma last weekend, and I ended up winning this trophy right here. It is freaking awesome. I don't know what else to say about it other than that, and I wanted to share it with you guys. They have a bunch of trophies down there at that show that are really, really awesome. There was several pedal cars they were giving away as trophies and all kinds of creative stuff like this. They actually have a trophy contest at the car show, and I think it's just an awesome idea. There's a lot of cool stuff, that comes out of that, and I think it's something that more people ought to be doing. So I wanted to share it with you guys and put it out there because maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like the regular, car show kind of style car shows from back in the day is kind of dying out. Not a lot of younger people wanting to go. But I think if we were doing things that were more creative, having trophies like this instead of something that was plasma cutted out and a sticker stuck on it, then I think there would be a lot more people with a lot more interest in going. I'm not a trophy type of person, but when you start seeing stuff that's cool like this is a big piece of art is what it really amounts to. And I just think it's way cool. And then that does get me actually excited at that point to try to win a trophy. So I was excited to get it. I'm excited to share it with you guys. And I just figured I would try to, pass along the idea that maybe more people that are doing car shows and stuff like that should consider having some stuff like this to give away. And I also want to give a big shout out to Chris Corray. He's the one that actually made this and donated it to the car show. That car show, by the way, is Relics and Rods is the name of the car show, and it's in Wilburton, Oklahoma. They have one every year. They have a bunch of trophies to give away. And even their more just kind of standard trophies are way above and beyond, just what you'd normally see at a regular car show. So anybody in Oklahoma, Texas, I'm in Kansas area, ought to think about going down there to that show because it was a pretty good show for the size of the town and everything. I was kind of blown away. So keep that in mind. And like I said, I think everybody should try to keep in mind too, the idea of doing something a little more special like this with their car shows. Guess that's all I got for you guys today. So I'll holler at you guys next time.